Hi, this is Steve Adubato. Thank you so much for joining us. And we kick off the program with Rick Diaz, who is a bus driver in Toms River Regional School District and the president of the Toms River Schools Transportation Association. Good to see you, Rick.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you for the opportunity. Good to see you as well.
Well, you got our colleagues and friends and the folks at the New Jersey Education Association. They don't only represent teachers, they represent education support professionals like yourself. And we were talking about the role of bus drivers and others. Give us a perspective as we tape this program on the 6th of April, it'll be seen later. What has this 13, 14 months for you and your colleagues been like, given COVID?
So because of the COVID, being a school bus driver is tumultuous. It's added stress. A lot of things have changed. Before the COVID, we transported approximately 13,000 students a day. And with the COVID, in August of 2020, we were given a reduction of force letter by the Board of Education, meaning that 60 of us, approximately 60 drivers, were going to be removed from employment because we didn't have the setup or the program to transport that many students. So that is troubling in its sense that you don't have medical coverage, you don't have means of making finances to pay your bills and keep your family going. So that was August of 28th of August 2020. About 2-3 weeks later, they decided to go into a hybrid program, an A-B program. And that took us off of the reduction of force notification.
But let me ask you this, because the area that many parents and others that are watching right now are interested in has to do with bus safety as it relates to COVID. We have a daughter in the public schools in Montclair, New Jersey. She takes a bus, but as we speak right now, she is remote, but she will be going to school. Talk about bus safety. Rick, what are the most important areas where bus drivers and those connected to school buses are working to keep our children safe and those who drive those buses safe?
Yes, sir. That's a great question and a great concern and topic at the forefront of the bus drivers every day. So as a bus driver, we wear our mask, we load our students, and we sit them in from back to front at a distance. We alternate the seats, we open our windows so that there's fresh air continuously running throughout the bus.
Right.
We're driving the students to and from school safely each day. We monitor the mirrors and make sure that they're compliant with the mask, and they're not too close to each other. After we deliver the students home or to the school, we physically walk to the back of the school, checking for students in book bags and computers, but we disinfect the bus as well.
How do you do that, Rick? Describe that.
Yes, by all means. As we're physically walking to the back of the bus, we are spraying each seat and the high touch areas to include the window sills and the front and the back of the seats. We put a light mist of a disinfectant that we use that was cleared through the Board of Education. We spray the handrails. We spray everything that a student would come in contact with. And we'd let that sit for approximately 5 to 10 minutes just before we start to pick up the next tier of children. We do the high schoolers first, the intermediate second, and then the elementary. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry for interrupting, Rick, but Rick, I'm so curious because kids will be kids, and
Yes.
and COVID is exhausting for all of us, but I can't imagine what it's like for kids. How cooperative have most kids, and I know there are different ages and a whole range of variables, but how cooperative are kids overall given this incredibly difficult situation? 14 months into this as we tape, go ahead.
In large, they are all cooperative. And like you said, they are children. So we do have to gently remind them to keep their mask or keep their distance. because it's not at their forefront. And they want to be social. They want to engage and talk to each other as if it was pre-COVID. So we
Is the role of the bus driver to remind them that it is not pre-COVID?
no, I wouldn't say that. The role of the driver is primarily to get them to and from school safely, and with the COVID, to keep their distance, to keep their mask on, and to ensure that the bus is cleaned and well ventilated and disinfected. When we finish our runs for the day, we deep clean our buses. We spray
Yes.
with the different cleaning agent. We wipe everything down. So we're pretty meticulous with, the health of the children.
Final question before I let you go. This is so interesting to me because the education support professionals who play such an important role. By the way, who are the other folks other than bus drivers? Are we talking cafeteria workers?
Yes, I represent as the president the school bus drivers, the school bus aide, and the mechanics. So in the umbrella of support staff, yes, you do have the cafeteria workers, the security guards, ground department, but I'm only representing the drivers, aides.
I know, but the education support professionals play an incredibly important role in our schools, particularly as children are returning to school. Before I let you go, what is the most important message you want to deliver to our audience in 30 seconds about, frankly, why this is so important that we continue to take this seriously as children go back to school?
I would like to reiterate that safety, our health, the bus drivers, the workers, the support staff, and the students as a whole, that we shouldn't let our guard down, that we should continue to social distance, wear our masks, disinfect. That's what I would continue to be an advocate for. It's just staying the course that we're doing now.
Hey, Rick Diaz, I want to thank you for joining us and thank you for what you and your colleagues do every day. We appreciate it. Thank you, Rick.
Thank you, sir. Thank you kindly.
I'm Steve Adubato. Stay with us. We'll be right back.